thank you so much for joining in and welcome to yet another webinar from Insightstap. And today we have come with a very, very interesting topic. If you are into B2B sales, B2B marketing, if you're into enterprise tech, you will exactly know what I'm talking about. But before I get into the topic, let me quickly introduce myself. For everybody who do not know me, my name is Ritesh Osta. I am a founder of my company called Insightstap. We are a B2B growth agency, and we help B2B enterprise run like an e-commerce stores using AI agents, GTM engineering, AI apps, performance ads, marketing automation, and more. I'm also one of the top rated Fiverr Pro seller. So do check out my profile, and I'm a Fiverr Pro seller on multiple different categories, the categories that I just mentioned, and I have been doing it for the last 15 years. So now with the introduction done, let me just deep dive right into the topic itself, which is how to create a partner-led growth strategy for B2B SaaS company. Okay, so if you have a B2B enterprise software solution company, B2B SaaS company, if you are into B2B tech, it can be any industry, it can be real estate, it can be heavy engineering, it can be any, CRM, it can be marketing automation, it can be sales enablement software, whatever your solution software SaaS is, if it is B2B, then you are in the right workshop. And today I'm going to touch upon this particular topic, which is something which is, I believe, is not talked much about. But I sincerely feel that if you are into B2B, if you're into tech, if you're into enterprise, this is a super important topic for you to understand and study and apply in your own business as well. Okay. So I have been doing this for last 18, 19 years now, and I come from an era which was very early on in terms of B2B sales. I did ABM, I did B2B sales in a very traditional method. All those tools which are available right now in terms of digital marketing, automation, AI agentic solutions, those were not there 20 years back. Things were done in a very different manner, but there are some basic principles which is constant throughout the human rate, the timeline. Whether it is 1970 or 2020, it doesn't really matter. There are few things which remains constant, when it comes to humanity, and one of them is human interaction. And I sincerely feel that is not going to go away. And in many ways, the partner-led growth strategy is a very human way of creating a growth hack or a growth strategy for your B2B company. Okay. Now, so for everybody who do not know what is partner-led growth, what am I talking about? Let me go a step back and talk about the challenges that typically a B2B enterprise or a SaaS, B2B SaaS or tech company faces. Okay. Whether it is 2025 or whether it is 1995, there are certain challenges which were there and it is still there. Even with the advancement of all the technology, I sincerely feel there are certain challenges which remains there and it will remain there for a very long time, right? So let me talk about certain problems. If you are selling a software or a SaaS for large enterprises, which is high ticket size, license software, which can run into thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars as a license fees, then the direct sale alone is not generally enough to achieve exponential growth. Okay. So there is a clear problem here. Okay. For example, if your sales team, say three people are able to close one deal a month. All right. So you have this one business development executive, one pre-sales guy, one BDM, one sales enablement person, marketing, whatever. You have a small team, and suppose they are closing one deal a month or two deals a month or whatever. Uh, so no matter what kind of tools and strategy you give, it's not like they will exponentially, from one deal a month, they can go to 100 deals a month, right? It's very hard, especially if it is sales-led growth. That means there needs to be a human sales executive who needs to talk to the customer and the prospect and then do the selling. I'm not about the product-led growth, right? Which is a different story altogether. Many of the software, which, for example, if you're selling a software to heavy engineering companies, it's very use case specific. It is very industry specific, and it's not like that you just put the software on the Apple App Store, and then your companies will come and download the app and then they will start using it. It's not like some yoga or exercise app, right? So in many ways, those product-led growth is not practical for these companies. So you have to put in the human side of it, right? And there are typically multiple different decision makers from your side as well as from their side, and they are working together. And the sales cycle can sometimes take months and years to close, right? And the deal can go into tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, depending on what you're doing. So you can only do so much with the sales team that you have. For example, if you want to close, say, 100 deals a month, then possibly you'll have to put up a very big sales team, right? Putting up a very big sales team means more cost to your company, right? More training, more cost, So the cost significantly increases, and there's only so much you can do, when it comes to growing your own team. Okay, and there are challenges with that. So what is the solution? The solution is the partner-led growth. Okay, that means you choose partners who are not your team members. They are separate companies, individuals, separate entities, and they can partner with you and they can sell your product, service, or whatever, in this case, products, your tech products. They can sell it for you, they can implement for you, and they will get a certain commission or revenue share or whatever model that you come in. Okay, in that case, you are outsourcing your sales team to somebody else, and possibly to somebody who is better qualified and better positioned to sell your software. And this is exactly what the leaders like HubSpot, Salesforce, Oracle, SAP. I mean, HubSpot and Salesforce are new. I'm talking about Oracle and SAP, which has been there since 70s and 80s. They have been using it. SAP, I worked with SAP for almost 10 years. SAP used partner-led growth very effectively right from the onset when they started their company. Okay, that means they do not have a huge sales team. They do not do the implementation themselves. In fact, they totally rely on partners to sell and implement their software for their customer. What can be better than that? I'll give you the beauty of this, this whole structure, because I sincerely feel that most of the B2B SaaS companies and tech companies, they are not leveraging this age-old technique for growth hack. So instead, these companies are looking for the next shiny object, when it comes to digital marketing or this growth hack or that, and like so on. So I'll take an example here. I'll just pause here. I'll take an example of SAP. That is a company I worked with. Now, having said that, there is no affiliation right now with me and SAP, and I'm not trying to sell any of their product and service, just a disclaimer. This is just for educational purpose. All right, so let me open up SAP. So this is SAP for anybody who are not aware what SAP is. SAP is an ERP software, enterprise software, and it's been there since 1970. It's a German company. It's a very successful company. And the way they grew over the years was not just through sales. They did not hire more salespeople. Instead, what they did was they created a very solid partner program. See the tagline, become a partner. You bring the experience, expertise, and enthusiasm, and they will bring the tech, the technology, and the brand, and also in some cases customers to build and sell. So what they are saying is, we bring the tech, you bring your expertise, experience, enthusiasm. Now understand the whole relationship here. Okay. What SAP is trying to tell you here is, we bring the tech. That means we'll focus on our tech. You focus on your expertise and experience. For example, if you are a healthcare expert, right? And if you are working with healthcare companies, say for example, hospitals, and hospitals needs to implement SAP, correct? Then SAP themselves, they are not healthcare expert. And for them, it will take a lot of resources, time, energy, and money to hire people from healthcare industry, train them, and then put the salespeople, put the operational people, and then go ahead and implement SAP as a software for healthcare industry like hospitals and clinics and like so on. It's very difficult. But suppose you are an agency who is working with in healthcare sector. You are a tech company who is already working in sector. That means you are already providing software solutions and technology support to hospitals and clinics and like so on. Then you will have all the industry experience, expertise, and also enthusiasm and the knowledge you will have. And then you can become partner to something like an SAP, okay, become a partner, and then implement SAP for that particular industry or that particular business. It's a good match, right? In that case, SAP has effectively outsourced the entire operations team, entire sales team, and entire functional business expertise to a third party. And SAP is only focusing on the tech. So this partner can go ahead and tell SAP, hey, I need this changes, that changes, this customization, that customization. SAP will do that. And those partners can themselves do some customization themselves. And then those partners will go ahead and implement the software and take care of most of the complexity, while SAP only focuses on the tech and their own product. And that is the reason why SAP was able to just expand all throughout the globe, and it is one of the largest software in the world. It works with most of the Fortune 500 companies. It is one of the largest tech companies in the world. It became multi-billion-dollar company over the years, and it is still going very strong. Okay, so if you see, there is a growth hack here, and I sincerely feel a lot of companies nowadays, they are just missing out on these strategies, which is in many ways an ancient strategy, in by today's standards, right? So if you want to check out, just check out this partner pages of all these companies, SAP, Oracle, and most of these large tech companies. They have a very solid partner program, a very well-built partner program, and they have different kind of program for different type of partners, right? Partner who wants to build the solution, partner who wants to just sell the solution, partner who wants to just do servicing, partner you want to run the solution, partner who wants to only train and provide certifications on the solution. So they have different levels and layers of partnership available. And of course, you have to become a partner, and then you can implement SAP. And what you get as a partner is the brand, the tech, the experience, so you as a partner, and also they gave all the support that you need in terms of brand guidelines and sales enablement tools and documents and like so on. So SAP also will provide you a lot of support from their end. So it's a very good model, right? Where it's a very symbiotic relationship between the partners and the tech provider, right? So this is a practical example I wanted to give to put in perspective of how partner program looks like. As you can see, they have given an option to find a partner. You can always find a partner based on the country or industry or location or whatever it is, right? So you can just find a partner, what type of partner you're looking for, what type of solutions you're looking for, what locations you're looking for, and then you can start searching for the partners, right? So SAP has a very comprehensive partner list. I'm not going to get into the list here. I hope that you got the point here. Okay. So SaaS leaders like HubSpot, Salesforce, Oracle, they have succeeded, become multi-billion-dollar companies, over the years because of this very strategy. And I strongly recommend that if you have not thought about this particular strategy for your own B2B growth, start thinking about it. Okay, so what is partner-led growth? Leveraging external partners to expand adoption and revenue. That means leveraging external partners, not internal, external. Okay, so partners are like your digital era dealers and resellers. Makes sense? In a physical world, there is products, right? If you're selling potatoes, if you're a farmer growing potatoes, you're selling it to dealers, and then the dealers are going into the market, selling it to the market, and then there are retailers who are selling it to the consumers, right? So there are layers there for physical products, and the same goes with clothing industry and any physical product for that matter. So it's already there: dealer, retailer, reseller, partner programs are already there when it comes to physical products. In the same way, for digital products also, we have partner programs, right? Very comprehensive partner programs that you can leverage. Okay, so what are the type of partners? So you can have solution partners. For example, if I have built a CRM for doctors or hospitals, then I will focus on my tech. And then the solution partners can be consulting agencies, tech agencies who are working with doctors and hospitals. They can become my partner to my CRM software, and then they can implement my CRM software for their customers. So agencies, consultants are the obvious solution partners for most of the industry. Most industries have the agencies and the consultants who provide tech support, marketing support, whatever the support is needed. And they are the best people when it comes to being an influencer to bring your tech to that particular industry. So you can have a solution partner. That means they will come and then they will, with all their expertise, they will implement your tech as a solution to their customer. Okay, then you can have a reseller, for example, somebody who is just sitting in between and they are just reselling it, right? So they will be just distributing software licenses bundled with other tech. Okay, so that means they are not creating an implementation, but they are doing a reselling, right? In many ways, they are just they become your partner, and then they are reselling it to other agencies or consultants or other companies in the process. Then there are affiliates. For example, there are YouTubers and book writers and influencers, right? So they can become your affiliate. That means you can give them a special link, and if they are a YouTuber, they can just talk about your software, saying that, hey, you know what? There is a CRM for doctors which has been launched. It's a super cool software. Find the link below in my YouTube channel, and you'll get a 25% discount. And go ahead and implement it if you're a doctor or a hospital. So that's called affiliate partnership. In that case, they are just sending the affiliate link, and whoever uses their affiliate links to buy your software, then those influencers or affiliates will get a certain commission out of it, right? So that kind of system needs to be set up. I'm also going to talk about what software you can use, what kind of softwares you can use to put up this kind of system. There are a lot of different tech and softwares. This presentation is not about the tech and the software and how to implement it, because there are a lot out there, but I'll certainly give one or two examples for you to begin, especially in B2B, right? Because affiliate is also applicable in e-commerce and whatnot, but I'm just going to keep it relevant to B2B as an industry. And then there is technology part. That means, technology partners are other tech companies who wants to partner with you and sell something, alongside with you, right? Let me give you an example. If you have a CRM software, right, built for doctors and hospitals, another industry who is providing a healthcare record system, right? So they have an EHS system or healthcare record system, they have another software. So they can integrate their platform to your platform and then sell as, as a complementary solution. So it's like a growth hack, right? So if you can partner with this kind of other tech providers who are complementing your software on top of it, then you can grow and they can grow together. Okay, and it actually benefits the end customer. In fact, this is so big that companies like HubSpot and Salesforce and Amazon, and they have all launched what they call as the marketplaces. Marketplaces where all the technology partners can do the integration and list themselves within the marketplace. Okay, so that say HubSpot customers or Salesforce customers can go to the marketplace and find those other solution providers, right? So it's quite huge in terms of technology partners. So that's another very important type of partnership that is a growth hack. All right, now let's move on. Why build a partner program? Why you should build a partner program even if you're in 2025? Okay, because even if you do all the digital marketing and automations and paid ads and whatnot, eventually, if you're a sales-led organization, you need people to sell. And even if you can sell a lot of software, you still need people to implement, to do the operations, right? So with the growth in the sales, your team will exponentially grow, which is a challenge to a lot of companies. And many of the companies, they want to focus on, if you're a tech company, you want to focus on the tech rather than, take care of trying to learn 50 different industry and 100 different use cases all at the same time. It's challenging, right? So it's super important to have an understanding of what kind of software you are building and whether a partner program is something that can help you. Partner program can help you expand into new market. For example, you create a CRM software. You are doing good in heavy engineering market, but you have a use case in healthcare, and you have a use case in design engineering or whatever. Somebody can come up and say, hey, you know what, I can take your software, make a little bit of customization, and I can implement it for this particular industry as well. Good for you, right? You don't have to do it. These partners will give you the new ideas and take up the ownership to basically customize and build it for their own use cases. So it will also help you accelerate adoption, increase revenue contribution, enhance customer retention, because you are not the one who is actually creating the customer success team and the sales team and the tech team consistently talking to the customer. Those partners, in turn, they have a very good relationship with their customers. So in that way, you will have a very good customer retention as well, right? So the benefits are just so humongous that it will take me many webinars just to list down the benefits of a great partner program. I think what we have listed down here are the most obvious benefits, but I can just keep on talking on this topic for hours, and I'll not be done with it. This is such a huge topic. Okay, so once you decide that you want a partner program, you need to ensure that you have defined goal and objective as to what you mean by partner, right? What the partners are going to do, right? What kind of partners you want, right? What are the levels of partners that needs to be there? So there's a little bit of work there. There are consultants out there, including me. I can consult with you on how to go around with partner program. There are PRM agencies, partner relationship management consultants and agencies out there that companies hire to guide them in this particular process. But these are certain goals and objectives and certain KPIs that you need to keep into mind when you go ahead and create a partner program, right? What is the activation and engagement? What is the revenue that you want from resellers and affiliates and solution partners? What kind of onboarding process you want through partners? What is the conversion rate, and like so on. So these kind of KPIs needs to be defined beforehand, before you go ahead and completely launch your partner program, so that you can measure. I once worked with a company who was into data integration, and there almost 50% of the revenue was coming from partner program. Almost 50%. That means half of all the sales were happening through partner, and the other half was happening through other channels. So it is very powerful. Okay, super effective. Second is, please segment your partners. Not all partners are equal. Obviously, you have this reseller partner, solution partner, training partner, affiliate partner, and within that also there can be different levels and layers, right? So you prioritize by impact, see what kind of impact they are bringing in terms of your pipeline volume and adoption, and then continuously prioritize on the impact. And also you need to segment by motivation and value, right? For example, how much revenue it is coming up, what is the revenue share, whether it is helping you expand your brand reach, or your service reach, or your tech integration, whatever it is, right? So you need to understand that it's a continuous process. Typically, it takes months and years to come up with a very good partner program and implement a very good partner program. But I sincerely feel it's totally worth it in the long term. So this is a long-term game, and you need to play it in that manner. Also, you need to design a very strong value proposition. Okay, why would anybody want to be a partner? Correct? Because they are doing a lot of heavy lifting, right? In many ways. So be very generous in terms of commissions and revenue share. Be very generous, whether it is affiliate or solution partner, reseller. I have seen many companies, they are like, oh, we will give you 10%, 15%, which is not bad. But I have seen that the companies who are more generous and who has a more transparent structure in place, they do better. Okay, the more opaque the system is, for example, if a reseller brought in a lead and it goes into your CRM and it got lost somewhere, right? And there's no update that can go back to that particular reseller, then the next time that person will not be very motivated to bring another lead. So the transparency is very important. But how to create that? That's another topic I'm going to touch upon a little bit on this particular webinar. But technically, that needs to be implemented. It needs to be very transparent. It needs to be very clear. The value proposition needs to be super clear. The enablement resources needs to be there. The training, the certifications, all the digital assets, brochures, materials, product demos, everything. You need to provide with a lot of sales enablement assets to your partners for them to succeed. And also you need to continuously train them, right? Co-marketing can also be an opportunity, joint campaigns, case studies, JVs. As I said, transparency is the key here. right? Clear tracking, clear commission, revenue share, be very transparent, and always try to pay them on time. That is the way to move forward when it comes to partner program. Okay, so now how to implement that? I mean, if you are following me till now in this particular webinar, the obvious question that is coming up is, okay, fine. All of that is good. I need to have a partner program. I need to have the transparency. I need to have all the structure in place. But where do I start? Okay. So that's where the answer is. This is where you start. You need to have a CRM system. HubSpot, Salesforce, or any CRM system that you're using. If you're using HubSpot and Salesforce, things are pretty straightforward in a way that a lot of systems are already in place. But even if you're using other CRM, it's okay. Most of the CRM has this kind of technology in place. If not, you can always integrate. So if you're using HubSpot or Salesforce, that is where you are managing your pipeline and your sales data. You need to create some sort of a partner management, or what we call as the PRM solution. Okay, so there are partner management platforms like PartnerStack and Allbound and others, which can be integrated on top of your Salesforce or HubSpot. Okay, so once you do that, then this kind of partner management platform can provide, can be given to your partners, and they can access their own data through these systems back into your CRM. Let me give you an example here. Okay. So for example, I'll just use PartnerStack as an example. It's a good software. As I said, none of the softwares that I'm going to talk about here I have any affiliation with. Okay, so this is just for educational purpose. So PartnerStack is a partner management software, or what we call as the PRM software. Now this can run on top of your CRM, which is Salesforce or HubSpot. Okay, so as you can see, PartnerStack is the world's largest B2B partnership network. Okay, and this is designed for SaaS. So this is a very good one. And if you go into this, they have multiple different solutions. So forgive me for the the speed of the internet. Yeah. So if you're into B2B SaaS, okay, you can implement something like this. Okay. Just check out this particular software. What it does is, in long story short, is you can implement this, and you can create users for your partners within PartnerStack, and then you can integrate PartnerStack with your HubSpot or Salesforce. The partners can go ahead and create leads, and it can be two-way. You can also provide leads to your partners, right? They can create leads on PartnerStack, and those leads will be integrated to HubSpot. And there will be a complete transparency between PartnerStack and HubSpot, and your partners will be able to see what they are supposed to see, okay, in terms of progress. And also, you'll be able to do the payment and manage the entire operations of managing those partners, including the payments to those partners using this kind of solution, right? So check out these solutions. I will possibly create another webinar on how to implement this, but for the time being, just check it out. If you have any questions, put them into the comment section. I'll be very happy to answer that. So once you have the CRM and the partner management PRM software integration, you can also use data enrichment tools like ZoomInfo, Apollo, and others to enrich the data, right? For example, if a partner added a lead, then these data enrichment tools can go ahead and enrich the data of that particular lead. For example, company size, people working in that company, the revenue of that company, and stuff like those. And also, you can use something like a visitor intelligence, like Factors or Clearbit, to see how those leads are behaving with your brand, right? For example, if the lead has been added and the lead is added by the partner, it is there in PartnerStack, moved into HubSpot, it is in the pipeline, and then that particular company, people from that particular company is visiting your website. Correct? That's an added behavioral data that can be enriched both into HubSpot and into your own internal systems, which will help your sales team and also your partners to take better decisions. So, without getting into too much of technicalities here, the first step is to go ahead and have a CRM, and on top of that, look for some sort of a PRM software. Okay, do this two-step, and then later on, you can add all these other steps later on. But the first two steps are the most important steps when it comes to technology enablement for partner program. So when it comes to growing your partner, right? For example, once you've decided, okay, fine, I need partner program. I have implemented the partner program. I have implemented all the tech to support my partner program. I know these are the kind of partner program I want to launch. Then go ahead and create the messaging, right? Reach out to the partners, right? You can reach out using email sequences, LinkedIn outreach, content marketing, events, webinars. There are multiple different ways of reaching out to these partners. Do that. You need to run large scale. Sometimes you need to run large scale digital campaigns. It's up to you. We do all of that, so there can be a dedicated digital outreach campaign just to acquire partners, and we have done that for our customers. So you run complete digital marketing, digital outreach campaigns to acquire partners, build a partner portfolio, build a list of people who will be willing to work for you, create a partner program, and then they will sell it for you. How about that? Rather than directly selling your product, So take this as a separate digital growth strategy for your company, apart from the traditional strategy that you're using, the sales-led strategy. So create a separate team, create separate resources, put up separate fund, and then run this, as a growth strategy for your company. Always incentivize. I'm so sorry. Always incentivize and activate. That means give incentives for people to take the next step, right? For example, if a partner is bringing a lot of leads, you create tier. Make them bronze partner, silver partner, then gold partner based on the number of leads they are bringing in, or based on the number of the amount of revenue they are bringing in, and like so on. And put layers and levels, so gamify the system. So if you are aware of how gamification works, this is gamification, in a simple language. So gamify the system so that people will be rewarded, incentivized for doing more, right? Co-selling opportunities, give them an opportunity to co-sell. That means, bring them into your sales call if needed. Give them rewards, bonus points. Also create partner advisory councils, for the partners to reach out to your company, and if they need any sort of a help, so that they can get the help, right? That's super important in terms of activation of the partners. Also track performances with the KPIs. Partner, when it comes to partner activation, getting a partner is the easy part. Getting the partner to work for you is the hard part. So once you activate the partner, you also have to take care of the engagement, whether the partners are engaging, they are active, whether they're going to the next step. It's super important because people will sign up, okay, and then they will do nothing, right? So you got to have the activation as well as the engagement KPIs in the place, okay? And also always track the revenue contribution from the partner channels, the conversion rates, the retention rates, the engagement metric. So keep an account of all these things. As I said, it's a separate metric, separate reporting, and you need to have a separate team to manage all of that. Optimize continuously. Now, this outreach digital campaign is just like any other digital campaign. You got to do the A/B testing, you got to do the quarterly reviews, refresh the incentives, experiment with the new channels. It's just like any other digital campaign that you want to run, but the goal is the partner activation and engagement. So in short, partner-led growth is a strategy, not just a channel. Okay, partner-led growth is not a channel to bring more leads for you. It's a strategy for tremendous growth. Okay, it is a strategy for to scale faster. With increased adoption, it's like a growth hack by which you can grow in all direction. And partners in many ways are the hidden multipliers of growth. They don't add growth; they can multiply growth. Okay, so I think that's the message here. I hope that you enjoyed the session here. If you like it, just comment below. If you have any questions, write down in the comment section. We'll try to answer that. If you want more content on this particular topic, please write down that as well. We'll be very happy to create more content around that. If you have any specific request, please reach out to us in our email. We'll be very happy to assist you. Thank